John Lehman's passion for motorcycles started when he began riding at age 13. In 1974, he made his first cross-country ride from Canada to Mexico with 4 friends. A few years later, a trucking accident would leave him in critical condition with a badly broken back. Against great odds, John survived the injury, but was not expected to walk again. Not only did he learn to walk, John proved everyone wrong and was back on a motorcycle again as well. In 1984, living in Westlock, Alberta, John would combine 2 things that truly inspired him: his love of family and motorcycling. John's wife, Linda, was not comfortable riding a 2-wheeled motorcycle with one of their children as a passenger, so John thought a trike might be the answer. John asked Linda, "If I build you one, will you drive it?" Linda told him, "Build me something and we'll go from there." John and a few friends began work on number 1 in his garage using a 1981 Honda CB900, a 7.5-inch Chevy Vega differential, and metal fabricated body. Once completed, Linda took it for a spin and loved it. John's creation of a stable and safe 3-wheeled vehicle had more to do with family togetherness than a desire to manufacture 3-wheeled motorcycles. But John's trike garnered a lot of attention wherever it went. During a family ride through British Columbia to Washington, the response from people was incredible. The benefits of stability and safety were obvious, but the enjoyment of riding was now available to those who could not or who felt uncomfortable riding a conventional 2-wheeled vehicle. A new era of 3-wheeled motorcycles was beginning, and John Lehman would go on to become one of the most recognized names in trikes. John and Lehman Trikes never forgot their roots. Years later, a woman named Rose Marie contacted Lehman Trikes. Her husband Bob was unable to ride because of an amputated leg and life-threatening illnesses. She asked John if he knew of a way Bob could continue to ride in the last few years of his life. Her passionate letter touched everyone at Lehman Trikes, and so John Lehman and partner Larry Strelchuk made a decision to provide the conversion at no charge, and the idea for the Lehman Good Turn trike was born. John says it was because one good turn deserves another. Bob's Sportster was converted into a specially equipped Lehman trike with hand-activated brakes and an innovative foot and hand-operated shifter. The Good Turn program would continue for years and eventually would become an annual event recognizing many fine people with a passion for motorcycles who've been faced with some of life's greatest challenges. John's big heart also helped raise money for terminally ill children during the first Pride Ride in 2000. Lehman Trike's newly formed owners group, Lehman Pride, and several Lehman employees gathered together and traveled a figure 8 through the United States and Canada to raise money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The Pride Ride became an annual event and has also inspired Lehman Pride members and chapters to help others through charitable activities. Most recently, Lehman has been involved with Kids in Crohn's, helping raise money for the Black Hills Children's Home, an organization that fosters children from abusive situations, and the Sturgis Motorcycle Museum. John's passion has created new opportunities for many riders to not only continue to feel the wind in their face, but also to inspire hope and kindness in their hearts.
You'll have to excuse me, I'm kind of a nervous character when it comes to stuff like this. Once again, I made some notes too to keep me on track, and so we'll go from there. This is a great honor to be one of this year's inductees into the Sturgis Motorcycle and Hall of Fame. And I'd like to sincerely thank them for that. It's 25 years ago, I would have never dreamed that I'm standing here today before you. And I feel truly blessed, and it's with the help of a lot of people that have been around me over the years that this has been accomplished. And for this reason, I'd like to recognize some of them. Of course, there's so many that I can't recognize them all. But I would like to recognize some of the highlights along the way. The very first one is Alvin Stauffer. He was my very first employee. Hired him in 1985, and he worked for me for 20 years. And when we moved the company down to Spearfish, he went on to other things, and just like to thank you all for those 20 years. And next is longtime friends and business partners, Larry and Marilyn Strelchuk. They joined up with us, became partners in the business in 1993, and Larry made huge strides forward in our company. It was a pretty basic little shop with building kind of one-off trikes and so on. And when Larry came in there, he got things organized a little better for us. Marilyn went into our marketing department, and she did a terrific job there with magazine ads and so on. I'd like to recognize Paul Papaconen, because he's the guy he's worn many hats in our company over the years, and when we decided to move down to Spearfish, Paul was the man for the job, and he came down and got it set up and got things running here. And, along with him, there was a couple of other guys that come down, Clay Strelchuk and Kevin Michalik. Clay is our sales manager, and they're doing a great job for us. Dan Patterson, our CEO and president for the last 4 years. He said he'd give it 1 year, and he stayed with us for 4 years to get us up and running here in Spearfish. He has taken us to levels that I never knew were imaginable with this business, and it's been an incredible thing. Dan announced his retirement here, and Ken Heinz now is our new president. There are so many more men and women that have worked for Lehman Trikes over the years, both past and present. And I would just like to thank each one of them for their contributions and all the things that they've done for us. A lot of times people are not recognized for the things that they do, and I'd just like to recognize each one of them at this time. Of course, without our dealer network and our customer base, we wouldn't be here today. And I'd like to thank each one of them. Some of them have traveled many miles to be here today and celebrate this happy occasion with me. I'd like to thank the state of South Dakota, economic development, and the people of Black Hills that have made us feel so welcome here and helped us with different things. Thanks to our industry partners, Harley-Davidson and the motorcycle, or the Victory Motorcycle Company. Most of all, I'd like to thank my family. That was the reason that I started building trikes in the first place. My lovely daughter, Leanne, her husband, Bryce, my 2 little grandchildren, Bryce and Marley, or Noah and Marley are here too, to celebrate. My wife, Linda, is my #1 reason for getting in this business. She's been beside me every step of the way, and always encouraged me told me I could do it, even when I had some doubts myself. I'd just like to thank you again for your time and for this experience. And bottom line, I thank God for this. He gave me the idea in the first place, and he's brought all these people together to make this a wonderful success. Thank you.